Call to order the council meeting of November 18th, 2014. Can we rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
All members are present.
I have a proclamation to read announcing November 2014 as National Caregivers Month. And it reads, whereas nearly 146,000 home care workers in LA County, including over 2,100 workers who reside in Inglewood, deliver quality care to our most vulnerable residents, including seniors, adults, and children with disabilities. And whereas home care workers provide vital care to those in need, and by doing so save taxpayers millions of dollars each year when compared to more costly tax-funded institutional care. And whereas the work of home care workers often goes unnoticed, as do the financial struggles caregivers and their families experience in order to provide this lifeline service to those in need. And whereas the number of family and non-family members requiring in-home care will drastically increase as the number of Americans who are 65 years of age and older is expected to double over the next 30 years. And whereas in order to meet the future demands of caregiving, we must ensure a stable workforce by recognizing today that the important contributions home care workers bring to those who receive care, to our communities, and to society as a whole. And whereas providing home care workers with a living wage will generate demands for goods and services in the local economy, stimulate increased employment opportunities, and generate additional income, which will in turn lead to additional spending in the city of Inglewood. Whereas several cities across California, including Los Angeles, San Diego, West Hollywood, and Berkeley and Oakland, have taken steps to recognize the importance of creating a pathway to a living wage, to a dignified standard to lift workers out of poverty and revitalize communities. And whereas the city of Inglewood stands united with home care workers and acknowledges their essential work and recognizes the contributions they bring to the city of Inglewood. Now, therefore, be it known that the mayor and council members of the city of Inglewood do hereby proclaim the month of November as National Family Caregivers Month in the city of Inglewood. Who is this? Oh, yeah, we
Hey, Mama.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it on?
Both of them were.
Okay. Well, on behalf, first of all, of the United Long-Term Care Workers Union in the state of California of over 185,000, and also on behalf of the local 2,100 union members from ULTCW here in Inglewood, we would like to thank the councilman and everyone here for the resolution to allow us to have a say in asking for a $15 an hour raise and all the other blessings that you guys have been able to share with us. So we thank you on behalf of the ULTCW SEIU.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Let's do this.
And we'll open the successor agency, the Housing Authority, and the Finance Authority. Madam Clerk.
A quorum is present.
Item 2, CSA 2, H2, and F1.
Warrant register.
No approval of the minutes.
Approval of the minutes.
No. Approval of the minutes held. We're skipping the warrant register?
I'll go back.
Okay.
We're all confused.
Approval of the minutes held for council October 21st and November 5th. Successor agency, Housing Authority and Finance, October 21st.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council and agency members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
You have allowed payment of the bills?
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council and agency members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye. Madam Clerk, what's the next scheduled matter?
The next scheduled matter is a public hearing to consider the adoption of an ordinance adopting the following codes, including all related revisions, supplements, and errata. Do you want me to?
No, I don't.
Okay.
All those enumerated in A through L. Has the notice of the hearing been given in the time, form, and manners required by law, and do you have the affidavit on file?
Notice has been given, and affidavit is on file.
Have any communications been received on the matter?
No communications have been received.
Mr. City Manager, is there a staff report on the issue?
Yes, Ms. Linda Tatum, Acting Economic and Community Development Director, will give the staff report.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. I'll introduce.
Mayor, you're introduced?
I'll introduce.
Okay.
Okay, Madam Clerk, what's the next scheduled matter?
The next scheduled matter is a public hearing to consider an ordinance expressing the intent to comply with California Senate Bill Number 7 relating to prevailing wage law.
Has notice of this hearing been given in the time, form, and manners required by law? And do you have the affidavit on file?
Notice has been given and affidavit is on file.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye.
I'll introduce.
Morales introduces. Madam Clerk, what's the next scheduled matter?
The next scheduled matter is a public hearing to receive testimony or evidence on a draft mitigated negative declaration of environmental impacts associated with the proposed drilling and construction of well number 7 at 101 West Arbor Vitae Street in Inglewood, California.
Has the notice of this hearing been given in the time, form, and manners required by law? And do you have the affidavit on file?
Notice has been given and affidavit is on file.
Have any communications been received, Madam Clerk?
No communications have been received.
Mr. City Manager, is there staff report?
Yes, Mr. Lewis Atwell will give the staff report, Public Works Director.
Council comments. Councilman Morales.
Thank you. First, Mr. Atwell, thank you very much for doing what we've been talking about for years in terms of starting to focus on our water issues. We have a lot of capabilities in terms of before we raised the water rates, which had in many years, we were spending just a tremendous amount of money. I want to say hundreds of thousands each month almost just to buy water, to subsidize the water that we were buying, I should say. But aside from that, we were annually, our water rights, we were basically leasing them out to somebody else. We couldn't occupy them, which we probably still won't be able to do 100%. However, this is one of those great steps we're taking, And you know, some of the folks mentioned the leadership, absolutely, you know, that takes a role. But there's been a couple of public works directors who we've spoken to, and I just want to make sure that we give credit where credit is due, not only Mr. Fields, but Mr. Atwell, who have really moved forward to make these things happen. I just really appreciate it. I wanted everybody to know that what it impacts. I mean, we have been falling short on those three different aspects when it came to water, and I just think it's great. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Mr. Atwell, to follow up on a question that was asked regarding the pilot well that we dropped on district property, the reality is that the district closed that property off to us, and we're in a litigated dispute right now to obtain access to that pilot well and make it a full-fledged well. And then also, the city has all water rights, is that correct? That
That is correct.
aggregate beneath the surface of the city?
That is correct.
So we wanted to
The
make
school
that clear.
district does not have water rights.
And while this is absolutely a great thing, the reality is, though, the savings that we will accrue from pumping more water will only be a hedge against future increases in water prices, because the reality is that water prices go up every year. Is that correct?
That is correct. They go up, I believe, between 5 and 8% per year because of the cost to bring the water down from Northern California. So the water savings will actually go up as each year progresses.
Okay, so not only is this wise, it's a necessity for us to try and break this inflationary cycle of importing water.
That is correct.
And thank you very much for, yes, for your hard work, and Mr. Fields for your hard work. Councilman Franklin?
Yep, Mayor, and thank you for bringing up that issue regarding the well that's at 107th and Yukon, and how there's litigation still pending between the school district, because we're gearing up for development of the city. And it's critical that we have access to our own wells, pumping our own water with the water master's approval as to how much we can draw, which regulates it. And the answer to the question that someone raised before, they dig 700 feet for this well to get to draw that water out. So the percolation you get at the top, it's got to go way down to get down to where we're talking about digging. And also the cost, it's the will of this council, and particularly the mayor who goes and champions for us to go to the federal government, which is our Congresswoman Maxine Waters, U.S. Senator Feinstein, and Boxer, of getting funding, funding for us to have the mechanism to maintain the water replenishing plant as well as the new well. So as far as dollars is concerned, the concern is of trying to reduce the cost or maintain as little cost to the end user by being able to get the subsidy funding through federal government. And the mayor has been a super champion, as well as the colleagues, to go and echo those sentiments of why we need that. So this is one of the items that we needed. The other thing you reference, that some of the current wells are not producing to the level that we had anticipated, and so now this gives us another avenue with a brand-new well to be able to help us bring us up to that water amount that we're trying to pull from the land. All right, thank you, Mayor.
Okay, one last comment with the seconds I had left for my time. Someone mentioned that we didn't have a drought plan. Isn't the ultimate drought plan to pump more water?
That is one of them, but it's also to conserve. And the great thing about the city of Inglewood is there's a lot of people here that actually do conserve water. And so I think we're way ahead of the game, and we've been ahead of the game for many, many years. So we do have a plan.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Here, I'll move adoption.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. Consent calendar, items 3 through 14, I believe it is.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye, and Mr. Fields, I just wanted to make one brief comment about the rollover of prior year encumbrances. Someone had suggested that was deficit spending, but in reality, we had allocated the monies in the past fiscal year, and we carried over the money that was set aside for those contracts to this year, is that right?
That's correct.
So we're not using new revenues on
No.
these rollovers?
No, it's already encumbered.
So there is no deficit spending
No.
to this? Thank you. DR1,
Staff report recommending authorization be given to adjust the fiscal year 2014-15 budget in specified amount and in specified positions.
Move 1 and 2.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Councilmembers Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. DR2,
Staff report recommending adoption of a resolution amending the City of Inglewood's user fee policy.
move 1 and 2.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Councilmembers Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye, but I had one question, Mr. Esparza, as it relates to permit parking. We implemented a $5 fee for permits for individuals, $25 for non-residents, and $25 if you lost your parking permit. Is that right?
I believe that's correct, but I'd have to check it to
Okay,
verify.
well, I do know, it's a sandbag, because I
Okay.
do know it to be true.
Oh.
And I just wanted to go on record as to why we did that. One, it was a recommendation because of the time it takes to administer the program. Two, when we gave out the permits for free, people frequently lost them, and they turned up in the cars of non-residents. And so there was a penalty attached to losing the permits now, and a nominal fee for having your own. Is
That's
that
correct.
All right, thank you. We would go to DR
3.
3?
Did we vote on DR 2?
Yeah, I
No,
believe
we're going on.
Oh, we're going to.
Staff report recommending approval of the fiscal year 2014-15 salary ordinance update.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Councilmembers Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. I'll introduce. DR 4?
Staff report recommending approval of a rate adjustment for residential and commercial rates for solid waste collection according to the rate schedule as permitted under the Integrated Solid Waste Service Agreement with Consolidated Disposal Service.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Councilmembers Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. A1?
Thank you, Mayor. There's no oral reports from the city attorney's office.
DM1?
Yes, Mayor and City Council, I just wanted to take this time to congratulate the Parks and Rec Department who worked with police and with Centinela Youth Services and the South Bay Workforce to apply for a state grant for gang prevention, and they received it. It was a very competitive grant, and only a handful of cities in California received it, and Inglewood received $500,000 for that program. So I want to thank Sabrina Barnes and the police chief for working with our community leaders to make that happen.
It's wonderful. CC1, Madam City Clerk?
CC 1.
Oh, it's in here. Resolution calling and giving notice of holding a general election to be held on Tuesday, April 7th, 2015, and requesting that the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors render specified services to the city.
Move adoption.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Councilmembers Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. CC2?
Staff report recommending approval of an agreement with Martin and Chapman Company to provide the necessary election resources, supplies, and services for the general municipal election to be held on Tuesday, April 7th, 2015.
Move items 1 and 2.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Councilmembers Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. CC3?
Staff report recommending adoption of a resolution to transfer funds in the amount of $20,000 from the special expense appropriations to salaries in the election division of the city clerk's office for the purpose of hiring temporary staff to assist with the upcoming elections in 2015.
Move adoption.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Council members Dotson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. CC4?
Thank you, Mayor. As we were out a couple of weeks back, my deputy and myself both attended the new elections law conference, and that was very informative, and it's really good to go to those things because they keep you abreast of all the new laws. And then on this past Saturday, we had the opportunity to participate in voter registration for Covered California, and I want to thank the mayor and council for that, putting that event on and having us there to do the registration. It's always a benefit and a plus to get people registered. And I want to thank my staff, Letty Caruso and her daughter Desiree, Aisha Thompson, and I want to thank Ethel Austin because she came out and sat with us, so that was great. And in closing, I just want to say, Mayor, congratulations. That's how my grandbaby does it, except she does it like this. Congratulations. That's closing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. CT1, CSA3, H3, and F2.
Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending September 30th, 2014.
Receive and file. CT2, Madam City Treasurer.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to give a consolidated treasury report as of September the 30th, 2014. I do have some information regarding the proceeds that we have gotten from the forum. Now, the admission tax from the forum for fiscal year 13-14 currently is $237,500 compared to zero if it wasn't in operation.
That puts it
And
in perspective.
I would like to mention that regarding parking tax from the forum, $561,400.
Say that again.
Again, compared
Say it
to
again.
zero if it was not there. And we want to certainly congratulate this council and the mayor for their successful negotiation to make that happen. Otherwise, we would be getting zero from the forum. And altogether, the funds that we got with the admission tax and the parking tax is $798,900. And that's on,
But there's
again,
one more piece, though. Remember that the building was owned by a church before, so there were no property taxes that came to the city. So now we receive 17% of the assessed value of the forum in property taxes to the city every year. And remember, our agreement was only that we receive a minimum of $600,000 from all sources. We've exceeded that, and with property taxes, we're likely to double it. So for those that felt it wasn't a good deal, pay attention.
And then Mayor, add on the concessionary.
yes,
That doesn't include the taxes that we receive from concessions, and that's just a partial, so.
yes. I want to thank you for completing my report.
Oh, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. Could
So
not
anyhow,
help it.
it was certainly a wonderful investment for the city. And I also want to say congratulations to Councilman Padilla. I did attend his groundbreaking for that eyesore there on La Cienega that's been there for almost 100 years. And now we're going to have a very worthwhile project there. And also, Mayor, I want to congratulate you for your wonderful defeat, successful.
Thank you. CI1.
Initiative by Councilmember Alex Padilla recommending approval of the city sponsorship for the 2014 Annual District 2 Toy Drive to be held on Saturday, December 6th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the ICOP Center located at 943 North La Brea Avenue.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Councilmembers Dodson?
Aye.
Padilla?
Aye.
Morales?
Aye.
Franklin?
Aye.
Mayor Butts?
Aye. CI2.
Initiative by Councilmember Ralph L. Franklin recommending approval of a city sponsorship for the 2014 District 4 Annual Toy and Food Drive Celebration.
Move approval.
Second. Madam City Clerk.
Councilmembers Dodson?
Aye.
Padilla?
Aye.
Morales?
Aye.
Franklin?
Aye.
Mayor Butts?
Aye. Council comments? Councilman Dotson?
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, let me congratulate you on a great victory. Hard work goes into those elections. I don't care what nobody say. I just got off one. So, congratulations to you, Mayor. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. had the privilege on Veterans Day to spend some time with the mayor and the fellow council members over at the Veterans Building for a Veterans Day breakfast. It was sponsored by the Lakers. They served breakfast, and also Congresswoman Maxine Waters also attended that breakfast. Our Park and Rec Commissioner, Mr. Willa Agee, who is a Korean combat veteran, was also there, and he couldn't eat his breakfast for trying to take pictures with the Laker girls. So we want to see some of those pictures, Mr. Agee. On Saturday, there was a kickoff of Cover California enrollment fair held at Rogers Park. I want to encourage anyone who has not signed up for the health care to do so before it closes in February. If you need a number to call, you can call 1-800-300-1506. I also want to thank the Amen Incorporated for inviting me to the 45th anniversary Apollo 11 moon landing. I learned a lot. I didn't know that Mr. Walker Jr. was the actual person who did the calculations that allowed that moon landing to land where it did and how it did. So my congratulations to the Amen Corporation and especially Mr. Walker. I was very proud to be there in attendance. Lastly, I want to thank all of you who find something positive to talk about when you come to the mic. I live in a city that I love. I'm just like Mr. Agee. We should think a lot of positive things about this city, because I've seen this city really come up. It's like any other city in the world. There are always going to be some problems, but our positive well outweigh our negatives. And we're really we're shooting for the moon now. So thank you all for coming out, and we'll have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Councilman Padilla?
Thank you, Mayor. As everyone has already done, I'm going to piggyback it and congratulate you on a well-run campaign and a very successful campaign. You did an outstanding job. You've been true to yourself, and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, being true to yourself and just being real. And we're dealing with a mayor that has integrity, honesty, and cares about this community. So congratulations, Mayor. That being said, I want to thank folks. Ethel mentioned the groundbreaking, as did the city treasurer of the gas station. The abandoned gas station's been abandoned there for
17 years.
17 years. When I came in office and during the campaign, I promised folks that that'd be one of the first things I'd look into and get it going. And with the leadership of the mayor, with the leadership from Thrifty Oil, and also the leadership from our city manager's office, from Mr. Artie Fields, from our planning department, Linda Tatum, Chris Jackson, and also from our legal advisor, Royce Jones. They played a major role in helping us get this thing going. So I always say it's not about me or you, it's about us. It's about what all of us are doing to make it happen. But the event itself was spectacular. A lot of people showed up, and I want to thank Tanisha Johnson for helping put that event together. It was a great event. Everybody enjoyed it. We started off with singing of the Star Spangled Banner, and it was just a great event. So thank you for helping put that together, Tanisha. We had an opportunity to go to Inglewood High School a couple of weeks ago to be a part of the retirement of a NBA player that went to Inglewood High School and starred there. And we were a part of having his jersey retired. That's Reggie Theus. It was a great event. I know maybe Councilmember Morales will touch on that, but it was an excellent event. It was really good to be a part of what we're doing in partnership working with our schools to make things better. Also, in my district, we have a restaurant, Fabulous Burgers on Centinela Avenue, and this past weekend, they had a lunch, appreciation lunch for the veterans that go over to Fabulous, and there was several veterans from all the different wars that were there. I want to thank the mayor for being a part of that event, and I want to thank the owners, Lola and George, for putting that together and making everybody feel so welcome. It's these type of community events that really make the difference and puts Inglewood on the map for all the right reasons. So my hat's off to Fabulous Burgers for putting that together in appreciation of our veterans. And then also, if you don't already have one on your seat, there's some outside. We're having a toy drive, District 2 toy drive. We're teaming up with OFA, One for All Foundation, to provide toys for some of the needy families. The toys that we collect will be given out at St. John's Chrysostom Church on, I believe it's December the 11th. So we'll have a basket out here on the 9th floor to collect any toys. And they'll also be collecting toys over at the ICOP Center, which is located at La Brea and Centinela. Again, I want to thank everybody for helping make that event a success as we did last year. That being said, thank you so very much for being out here. Thank you for those that come up to the mic and talk and let us know what your concerns are. It's important for everybody to have their say and be a part of what we're doing here in Inglewood. That being said, again, congratulations, Mayor.
Councilman Franklin?
Thank you. First of all, Mayor, I just want to reach out and said the voters that got out and voted made the right decision of you're the man. And thank you very much for continuing to lead this city forward. Job well done, and the voters have clearly stated the way that they appreciate your leadership. Speaking of leadership, I want to reach out and ask if Monica Brogan would please stand to be recognized, because Monica was instrumental for the State National Association for the Advancement of Colored People that spearheaded the Covered California event that just took place this past Saturday, and well over 500 was in attendance, and of those 500, 250 of them has started the process to enroll in Covered California, whether it be Medicare, Covered California, or Medi-Cal. They all were there to give leadership and guidance. There was a number of organizations, and I won't mention all of them, but there was a number of organizations that was there that also did the flu shots that was available. The city clerk was there to do voter registration. The NAACP local branch was there to get sign-ups. Chamber of Commerce was there. There was a number of issues for sight that was needed. The Men's Cancer Network that was there. The county health department was there. It was all warm and fuzzy, but Ms. Brogan made it happen. And not only one, but two press conferences. We had one here on Wednesday, and we had a bigger one on Saturday. And I do want you to know that later on that afternoon, we had the LA Times did show up and interviewed a number of us. And then finally, the mayor joined us again when they brought this 45-foot bus to front of the Rogers Park. And all of us went out to be recognized and take pictures to promote Covered California. Healthcare is critical for all families, and it's affordable. In many cases, it can be low to little to no cost to the family, and they need to take advantage of that. And then this was just the open enrollment, which was Saturday, November 15th. It will go all the way through February 15th, 2015. So if there's anyone that's still interested, don't hesitate to either reach out to me or others to find out where is the next location for sign up. And I too, like my colleagues indicated, I went to the AMAN sign up, or AMAN luncheon event for the 45th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing, and we got a lot of City of Inglewood recognition for the AMAN is right here just in front of City Hall. For the scientists and engineers are all there identifying that Inglewood definitely is on the map. And then finally, it would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the Veterans Day event, where we were able to break bread with a number of veterans and owning up to them, many of them. And in fact, Mr. Agee found out he was not the oldest one there, that there was someone else that was there that got recognition as well. But whether it be a young pup or a mature adult, We were all there in support, and all the council members were there, as well as Congressman Maxine Waters. A great event. Thank you, and everyone have a great day.
Councilman Morales.
Thank you. Most everything gets covered by the time it gets to me, but that's all right. You know, as always, thank you very much for coming out and speaking to us. First, I'll start like everybody else, congratulating the mayor. And we've seen tons of elections here in the city of Inglewood since I've been here. And usually the people get it right. This is no different. You know, this was a great statement of your leadership, and, you know, we're all proud of you, proud of being part of it. Real briefly, I'll touch on each thing. I'll tell you, the Veterans Breakfast we have on Hendry, that's our housing for the veterans. It's an amazing group of folks that run it. But ultimately, the folks that come through there are veterans from every war. You'll meet them. We saw the oldest veteran, I believe, that was there, 94 years old. Amazing. He was there at the breakfast. Some of the Lakers were there serving breakfast. Of course, the Congresswoman. Great event. Amen. Our after-school, there's an after-school program. We've all mentioned it here on the side of the old Burger King. The gentleman that runs it, along with his wife, is a astronaut from a little back when in the 60s, I guess. And as Councilman Dotson said, he actually did the calculations in order to land the first Neil Armstrong when he first landed on the moon. And here's a gentleman who now runs one of our STEM programs for after-school programs and gets to teach our kids all of these things. I mean, it's amazing we have that resource here. We need to promote him. We need to make sure that we honor him as often as possible. I was impressed completely. I never knew that about him, and I've spoke to him tons of times. Covered California, great event. You know, I'll mention some of the stuff that wasn't mentioned. It started on Saturday in terms of sign-up, and it goes to February 15th. That's the second round of sign-ups. That's key important dates. Whoever doesn't have health insurance should really be checking it out. You're welcome to call any one of our offices. We'll put you in contact with the right folks to do that. Reggie Theus, you know, jersey retirement, number 24 jersey retirement, Inglewood High. I mean, it's amazing how successful this gentleman became. They spoke a lot about his life and what he's done in terms of acting, still on TV, major success. He comes back here and what the city meant to him, to watch it, to watch what the school meant to him, to watch what the surrounding folks, his old teachers, his old friends meant to him, and what he said about the city. It's a beautiful thing, and it just goes to show you that we all come from somewhere, and it's awesome to see everybody succeed. So that was a great event. And ultimately, just real briefly, we had an event called Arts in Inglewood, which is an amazing recognition of our artists here. They opened up their studios. We got to walk through them. That weekend really showed what Inglewood could be on so many levels. So we're really proud about what's going on here. And, you know, thank you very much for coming out. Mayor, congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. I want to thank all the residents of Inglewood and everyone that voted in this election. I heard Mr. Fisher say only 12,000 people voted. Actually, 12,423 have voted for me so far. And they're still counting. Actually, 15,760 people have voted so far. That's a 30% turnout. And I'm sure Ms. Horton will tell you that we are usually lucky to get 20 in a non-presidential election. So we've beat our averages by 50%. So don't let anyone tell you that enough people, a representative sample, didn't come out. And also the votes that I received in this election were more actually than the first place finisher in the 2010 election when Barack Obama was on the ballot and legalizing marijuana was on the ballot, and we had a 50% turnout. So the people that wanted to vote, they came out and made their feelings known. And here's what they voted for. They didn't just vote for me. They voted for this council. They voted for results. They voted for people that are fixing the streets. They voted for people that are fixing the infrastructure, renewing blighted gas stations, getting the forum back. And let's talk about the forum, because I heard so much about that 18 million, so bear with me for a minute. That 18 million, had it gone back to the state, would have been divided up amongst a taxing entity. And so we would have got 0.17% of it, 17% of it, 0.17 is the multiplier, and we would have got $3,060,000 had that money been divided up to our general fund. We conservatively, when you take in the fact the property tax bill will be 58,000 for the city, we'll get over 800,000 in this year alone. That means in 4 years, we will get back that 3 million plus. We'll get actually 3.2 million back, and every year after that is positive for the general fund. And I never hear the people who profess to know so much about numbers do that analysis. So, you know, this was one of the biggest bonanzas for the city to come on in a long time, and we are proud of it. But this is what people vote for. They vote for people that study the problem, hire good staff, and do good work, and they voted for results, and I'm proud of that. And also, there's so many good things happening in addition to the gas station, in addition to the way we honor our veterans here. I went to a midnight basketball game at Inglewood High this past weekend. It's traditional. They have the teams, the varsity teams and the other teams scrimmage against one another, and it's a fundraiser. And Councilman Morales is in his district. Councilman Morales and I are going to donate about $1,500 to the program so they can buy new uniforms. There is a different spirit in this city, and we're coming together. I will be meeting with the state superintendent's office on Friday to discuss the situation in the district as a whole, because we've really tried to be a partner, but there's work to be done, and we will be focused as a council on providing whatever support is needed and our voice is needed to bring about effective change. Because the city is nothing without a quality school district. And the superintendent's office is flying down on Friday to meet with me. Our Christmas event this year will not be on December 4th. It'll be a date yet to be determined. It'll be held at the Forum. We're trying to get a Christmas tree half the size of City Hall. It will be half the size of City Hall. It'll be quite an extravaganza because you know what? We have a lot to celebrate in this town. And I just want to tell you that we have really rounded the corner, and we still have things to do as it relates to growing our revenues, but we're on the right path. And so thank you again, everyone. I'm proud to be your mayor. And is there anything I've missed, you guys? Okay, well, we're adjourned.